to lead the Sox to their 4th straight win. Rafi Palmeiro, bye-bye, top of the 1st, see you later. Mike Lamb, there's room on the bench for you too. Next batter, Pedro Valdez. Pedro was nervous. He had reason to be. Martinez, 5 Ks through 2. Bottom 3, Sox up 1-zip, 2-1. Lou Merloni. Bloops 1 to right. Nomar Garcia-Parra. He's hustling. He's in there. O'Leary stops at 3rd. Double for Merloni. 2-zip Sox. 2 batters later, Jason Varitek. That's what we call the old seeing eye single to left. O'Leary and Merloni. Come on home. Varitek 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs. Sox go up 4-zip. Martinez to Rusty Greer. Bye-bye. Red Sox up 9-zip in the 7th. Ricky Leday. Bye-bye. Whole lot of that going on Saturday. Pedro lowers his major league best ERA of 1.59. It's down.
First start of the season, and he wasn't bad with the bases loaded. Induces the pop-up from Corey Koski. Hamilton goes 6 shutout innings. Bottom 3, Brad Radke to Shannon Stewart. Ripping 1 to right. Matt Lawton going back. Oh, that is some genuine imitation leather. Lawton holds on. Took a little beating there. Brad Fulmer ripping Radke down the line. He scalded that one. Carlos Delgado going to try to score. Here comes the relay. Carlos, you better hurry. Yeah, he's gunned down. The Twins get out of the inning, down just a run, and then Christian Guzman, the gapper. Ali, income free, 2-run score. The Twins go on to win this one, 5-1 the final. Hamilton made his first start in almost a full year. He had shoulder surgery last September. Try to shake off Friday's hangover on Saturday. Top 1, Andy Pettit, a hot pitcher. Friday night's hero, Darren Erstad, sent to his room. Erstad would later leave the game with muscle spasms in his ribs. Could hurt the chase for Sisler's record. Clay Bellinger launching. Ron Gant. Gant had already made 1 error. He thinks there's 3 outs. Maybe he could use some of those brain pills. There's only 2 outs. Jorge Posada comes all the way around from 2nd to score. The Yanks with 3 sac flies in an inning for just the 3rd time in baseball history, and the Yanks have done it twice this year. And then Dave Justice, he doesn't miss, does he? His 33rd home run. He would later hit his 34th home run as the Yanks win it 9-1. How much have the new bats helped the Yankees? This
Park, and ring my bell. 16th of the year for Derek, and the Mets are out in front in the top of the 1st inning, 1-0. Bottom 3 is where we go next. 1 on Rick Reed on the mound. Mark Grizzolanek. This one's coming toward the hole. Edgardo Alfonso, diving stop, and you are out. Still 1-zip Amazons. Next batter, Gary Sheffield. Bye-bye. 39th of the year. Go Dodger blow. 2-1 L.A. Bottom 8, 3-1 Dodgers. And it's Sheffield again. Pat Mahomes. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Sheffield 2nd of the game. 40th of the year, 4-1 Dodgers. Top 9, Derek Bell up at the plate. Chan-Ho Park. High heat coming. See you later. Next batter. Alfonso swinging. Chan-Ho. All that. And a bag of chips. Dodgers, a 9-hit attack. They get the victory. Sheffield's 21st career 2-homer game and 6th this season. By the way, he is 3 homers short of matching Duke Snider's franchise mark set back in 1956.
And accounts. That lady, well, it's a long, hard life being a Cubs fan. Top 3, Anderson to Ricky Gutierrez. The shot to center. That'll get over Steve Findley's head. Gutierrez going to try for 3. Tony Womack. The relay, you got to hit the cutoff man, and Gutierrez is lunch meat. Bottom 3 now. 2 on for Luis Gonzalez, and he steps all over that pitch. Into the gap in left center, Rondell White. The belly flop, that doesn't work. Ali, income free. Gonzalez 3 for 5, a home run short of the cycle. 8-1 Arizona. Top 6, Sammy's still swinging. Yow. The bomb to left, and Sammy's 41st, 5 homers in his last 5 games, but to no avail. The D-backs 11-3. They scored 8 in the 3rd inning. Arizona has now won 6 straight overall. Chicago has lost 7 of 8. Braves and Giants, bring your deadhead dog to the ballpark day. Bottom 4, 2-1 Braves. Andy Ashby to Ellis Burks. Ashby pounces, and that is a gaff. JT Snow comes around to score. We're tied at 2, and Bobby Cox is fit to be tied. Burks actually inside the baseline when the throw goes past. Cox was right, and he got tossed anyway. Bottom 6, 3-2 Braves. Ground control to Major Tom. Can you hear me, Major Tom? BJ Surhoff, no chance. Barry Bonds scores, and we are tied at 3. The next hitter, Burks, he was sick on Friday, and he seems to be better now. 3-run blast, his 15th of the year. It is 6-3 Giants. Bottom 8, 10-3 Giants, and the highlight forges bravely on anyway. Marvin Bernard, that is a gapper. Armando Rios running in a counterclockwise direction. The Giants hang a 5 spot on the Braves in the 8th. 12-3 the final in this one. So the D-backs have won 6 in a row. The Giants have won 6 in a row. They stay 1.5 ahead of Arizona. Russ Ortiz has won his last 4 starts. And
John Olerud, you're standing in my way. Get out of here. 6 Ks for Beret in 6 2/3. Jamie Moyer, who gave up 11 runs in each of his last 2 starts, in a jam in the 6th. That's Manny Ramirez. The bases were loaded. Now the bases are empty. Grand slam. Tribe up 5-zip. Omar Vizquel. Bottom 8. Tribe up by 8. Jose Mesa. That one was up and in. Oh, next pitch. This one's inside. Oh. Okay, they had words for each other. And I tell you what they said, but, you know, we have to worry about the FCC from time to time, so I won't exactly say. Later at the at-bat, Vizquel. Okay, I won't tell you exactly what he said. I'll just show you right here. Here comes a shot. Okay, it's a routine out. But that wasn't the end of it. Okay, touches the bag. He's walking back, and he said, and you know something? Okay, we better just stop talking about it, right? There are kids watching this show. The Indians win anyway. 10-4, 11-hit attack. Manny Ramirez still leads the club with 80 RBI despite missing nearly 1/4 of the season. And he takes Barry Zito's pitch deep, and I do mean deep, deep into the gap. Joker. It's a triple. Tigers up 3-zip. They score 4 in the inning. Take you next to the 8th. 4-2 Tigers. A's trying to come back. 2-1 for Miguel Tejada. That's a looper into left field. Mike Stanley says, hey, thanks, I appreciate that. Tigers now up 4-3. Next batter, Ramon Hernandez. Sacrifice situation. Now he looked at strike 2, so the sacrifice is off. Okay, and so Bill Garner says, okay, let's go with a righty-righty matchup. Oh, did you see the nasty pitch? Danny Patterson quit. Tigers have won 6 straight. That is a season high. Cruz with 3 straight doubles.
Bottom 6, 3-zip Sox. Albie Lopez to Maglio Ordonez. Felix Martinez under it. Steve Cox races it and calls him off. Martinez says, hey, I could have done that. Ordonez goes to second. 2 batters later, Herbert Perry. Past the drawn-in infield, Ordonez scores 4 Goose White Sox. And then Frank Thomas, he is scorching. But it does get up. It's a jack for Thomas, his 38th. The Sox win 7-zip.
Runners on. And those 2 runners are coming home. That one's on the base of the wall. There it is, right off the Bud sign. Vigna and Renteria say thank you for the pass. 2-1, Cardinals out in front. Now to the 5th inning with the Phillies down 3-1. 2 men on for Travis Lee with 1 out. Lee pulls that hard shot to right. Eric Davis, athletic catch. And that preserves the Redbirds' 3-1 lead. Bottom 7, it would still be 3-1 Redbirds. Omar Dahl facing Edgar Renteria with 2 on. I said with 2 on.
Lifted into left field.
Nobody's on anymore. That's a souvenir. 6-3, Redbirds get the job done. 9-hit attack for St. Louis. Hinkin gets his 12th victory of the season.
Bad news, since he's got to rely on the kindness of strangers to get the job done. Trailing by 7 games, the only time the two go head-to-head, a 3-game set to end the season. Trying to take care of their own today against the Pirates. Let's head on out to the action. We pick it up in the bottom of the 1st. Brian Hunter, a lovely day for baseball. On second, that's Junior. Stop complaining. No one likes me. But here I get an RBI single, and the Reds take a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the 3rd, Chris Steins on second. Sean Casey, the RBI knocked to left. Dante Bichette trying to come around to 3rd. Watch the play. Back to third. Yeah, don't even slide, Dante. You're a big enough guy. Roll over somebody. 3-0 Reds. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Bases loaded. Bichette. Over Andre Brown's head. Triple. Clears the bases. 6-0 Reds.
Oh, my nose. He hit his nose.
He hit his nose. He face planted. It was ugly. 2 outs. Scott Sullivan gets Brown to end the game. The Reds win it. The final 7-1. A big win. Bichette gets the 3 RBIs on that muff. And yes, they do look good today with the 7-1 victory.
Wins all around.
Jeff Bagwell, who takes Jamie Wright deep. And that's home run number 36 on the season. His hitting streak up to 17 games, and then there's more where that came from. The game was actually tied at 8 in the 8th. Bags does it again, number 37. He becomes the first Astro to hit 300 homers, and he goes over the 100 RBI mark for the